don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Miscellaneous Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Jesus Dinero, with my co-host,
Puma El Gato.
and what we got today, my man?
Oh, it looks like Devin Haney is dropping the lawsuit against Ryan Garcia at the very least for 30 days. And it looks like he's trying to make a deal with Ryan Garcia. Go ahead, tell him all about it.
Listen, man, I actually saw this posted by ESPN where they found a copy of the documents showing that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are jointly asking for a 90-day pause on the lawsuit. Now, this is obviously good news because if you guys watched our video on the Ring Awards or watched the Ring Awards themselves, there was a number of things that came out from that. Essentially, both fighters said that they want to fight each other. Devin Haney said, look, my road to redemption goes through Ryan Garcia. And Ryan, in the same way, said, hey, look, I want to run it back with Haney. I think it's going to be a good option for both of these fighters because, listen, both of them at this juncture need each other. Ryan needs Devin because he wants to prove it had nothing to do with anything. I didn't take PEDs, which is what Ryan's been saying this whole time. And Devin needs Ryan to show, hey, look, I can beat him. It was all the PEDs, and I can show this man that I'm really top dog. I think it's a phenomenal fight that can potentially be made. The rumors are actually that it's going to happen sometime in the second half of 2025. Which would give both of them a chance for a tune-up. And if I'm being honest, a tune-up is exactly what they need. A tune-up for Devin Haney because, let's be honest, he needs to get out of his head a little bit. Needs to get back in that champion mode. So a tune-up would be phenomenal for Devin Haney, as would it be for Ryan because Ryan's been suspended for, it's going to be a year in April. So I think it'd be a good thing for both of them, actually, to be having a tune-up fight. Now, one of the things that I did see in the rumor mills about this potential tune-up is that for Ryan, it might actually not be a tune-up at all. He might be jumping into deep waters. There's a lot of rumors going around that he's more than likely going to face or likely to face Teofimo Lopez in May, which is the date that Ryan said that he wants to fight in sometime in May. And here's the thing. If he fights Teofimo, that's not a tune-up at all, man. That dude's jumping into deep waters. Ryan himself posted on social media, you guys are going to be excited, and no one can ever say that I don't take no one can ever say that I take easy fights. That's one of the reasons why people are believing the hype that it could potentially be Teofimo next. Which, listen, I wouldn't be mad at that fight at all. Now, what's something that Ryan said about that? He wants to fight in May. Who traditionally fights in May? Canelo Alvarez. So a card with Canelo Alvarez and potentially Ryan Garcia, and even part of the rumor mill, Devin Haney on that same card because they'd make it all dramatic. One guy would fight earlier, the next guy would fight later, and then they'd obviously meet in the ring after each other's fights. Tell me that doesn't bring drama. Tell me that doesn't bring eyes and attention to the sport. It'd be a great way to get that launch for both of these fighters. So I think it's likely that that's going to be happening. There's a couple of the boxing commentators that said the same thing, and I fully agree with it. It would be a phenomenal stacked card if that was to happen. And who's been making stacked cards? Turki Al-Sheikh, and he's the one that's heading all these negotiations for all these fighters. So I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great for Devin Haney because, again, he needs that run back, as we've been saying for almost a year now. It'd be great for Ryan because he needs to prove, hey, it had nothing to do with anything that was in my system. I wasn't on anything. I can beat this man with my eyes closed. And on top of that, on top of all that together, if he is fighting Teo, great fight. And then we also get a Canelo Alvarez fight, which could potentially lead to another part of the rumor mill, but we'll talk about that for another day. But listen, it's going to be interesting 2025 for boxing. A lot of great fights are being made. I'm excited. I know a lot of the boxing community excited. All the pages that I see, people are highly, highly hyped for these fights. It's going to definitely be interesting. But what do you think about that, my man?
Listen, you can criticize Devin Haney all you want for dragging his feet during the previous year. And to be honest, we've done some criticism of him before. But the fact that he's willing to put this lawsuit on a hold and even willing to hear out Ryan Garcia, that's a huge step forward in this process. And again, it's one step forward for this run back that Devin Haney has been kind of hinting towards that he's going to come about later this year. Now look, whether you're a Haney fan, whether you're a Ryan Garcia fan, you have to believe that this fight definitely is going to be the best case for both scenarios. Because look, if you're a Garcia fan and Garcia comes out winning, guess what? That conversation is dead in the water. It is over with. Ryan Garcia is the better man. If Haney actually comes out and pulls a victory out of Ryan Garcia, guess what? That's a guaranteed trilogy right there. That's going to be guaranteed money for both of these men no matter what. And we can already guarantee that Garcia, in and of himself, already guarantees a huge stack amount of money in these matchups. So either way, even if Haney loses, Haney still wins at the end of the day. And again, as us as boxing fans, the fact that we're getting a trilogy out of basically a blood feud coming out of both these men, a third fight, we're going to come out winning no matter what. It's either a guaranteed conversation ender or even a longer conversation if this ends up being a trilogy fight. So either way, whether you want to be against Haney or not, or be against Ryan Garcia, the fact of the matter is, we're going to be eating very well by the end of this year. I can guarantee you that much.
Definitely, my man, definitely. And that's one thing that I think people should keep their eye on is, I'm not going to lie, I think this is going to go to a trilogy. Not just because I think, Devin's going to run over Ryan or shut him out in any way, shape, or form. But again, you said it a second ago. Money. Everybody would make a lot of money off of this fight, and it would be a great trilogy. Ryan said it himself. I faced Tank. I've already faced Devin, and I'm going to likely be facing Tio. He said, I was the first one to face all of the four kings, when they were talking about all that at 135. So Ryan's definitely putting on a show. Again, like you said, shout out to Devin Haney for making this fight happen, because it takes two to tango. And listen, this is the perfect dance partner for each other. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a lot of fireworks. I think a lot of drama behind it. I think people are going to be hyped because I can already see it in all these boxing forums. People are losing their minds picking Devin, picking Ryan, shitting on Ryan, shitting on Devin, so on and so forth. So it's going to be an interesting fight for all of us, and we eating good. Let Turkey Al Sheikh cook, man. The man is getting it done, and let's see what 2025 has to hold for us. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.